Okay, I forgot to ask you about one other document that might refresh your memory recollection about this time period. So we looked at this screenshot, but if you look to the next few pages, the next 2 pages specifically, that looks to be some more conversations between yourself and Ben regarding this EPO and Sabrina. So just look at that for a minute. All right. For the record, I'm going to mark this text message image number 7. Is it a one pager? It is a one pager. Then I will mark this one. Okay. Da, da, da. So this looks to be a little bit more detailed between you and Fields regarding Sabrina and her address in January of 22. Do you see that? Yes. And it looks like Mr. Fields gave you a Pikeville address for Sabrina. And he's asking you about whether Judge Kraft, I believe, wants to lock her up for it. That is in the middle of the second page. Does that help refresh your recollection about these conversations that you were having with Mr. Fields in January of 22? Well, somewhat, yeah. What do you recall? I don't recall why I needed to know what address he had for her, except for that Judge Kraft was wanting to know. I can't remember why that he was wanting to know. Then I asked him what the address changed, when the address changed, and said it was when he when the Perkins branch incident happened, and we went and I guess picked her up and transported her somewhere. When he said that, I remember picking her up and I told Judge Kraft, and that is about all that I can remember of it. Do you know Dale Martin? No. What about Robbie Kinser? Somebody that works for the drug court. I know Robbie. Yes, everybody knows Robbie. Have you ever talked about Miss Adkins or Brianna Cornett with Robbie Kinser? I talked to Robbie about Brianna when she was in drug court at the meetings they have before drug court starts, but that was about the extent of it. What did you talk about Brianna in that conversation with Mr. Kinser? It wasn't just with her, with Mr. Kinser. There was an ambulance going by. Go ahead. It wasn't just with Mr. Kinser. They was people there. They was a judge and a few of the people that was over drug court. Me and Ben's sister, probably. There was several people there, and they would get together and talk about how people are doing in drug court, if they are doing good or if they are doing bad, or if someone failed a drug test and stuff like that. It wasn't, I never had a one-on-one conversation with Robbie about her. Okay. Were you aware that Stacey Yates had provided some messages and information about Ben Fields behaving inappropriately with Brianna Cornett and Sabrina Adkins? And he provided that information to Robbie Kinser. Were you aware of that? Nope. I knew nothing about that. You have never spoken to Judge Kraft or Robbie Kinser about that? Nope. Well, those are all of the questions that I have. I appreciate your time, Mr. Echols. Other people may have some questions. Mr. Echols, my name is Jason Williams, and I represent Ben Fields, and I don't have any questions for you today. Thank you. Well, there you go. There is the end of Jason Eccles's deposition. What do you all think about it? Cherry and Max, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go through these real fast. Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan. I love it. 1 month, awesome sauce. Lynette Eads, thank you, thank you. Rocks and Raccoons. Donating 5 cents for any likes. Over 173. What have we got to? How many likes we got on there, y'all? Oh, my phone's dead. I can't tell. It don't show me, I don't think. All right, let's see. Cherry and Max, 5 Hillbilly Crime memberships. Awesome sauce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what do y'all think? What do you all think? Let's go back and we'll pull some of these comments. Marnie, I think it's interesting that the attorney from the civil suit for Sabrina wants to depose Mickey again. Well, you know, I don't think that having Daniel Dotson standing over top of him and listed in the deposition as his representation for that, I don't think that that was not his lawyer who had filed an appearance. Like whenever you take, and I'm no lawyer, but from what I understand, I think whenever you agree to take on a case, you have to file an entry of appearance or something like that. You file on saying that you're the attorney representing this person in this case. And I think if they have, well, excuse, everybody's awful burpy today. I just wonder, I don't think that Daniel Dotson put in an entry of appearance for Mickey on that, but I don't know if you'd have to do that for a deposition. You may not have to do that for just a deposition. So it wasn't in court, it was just a deposition. So that might make a difference. Until I know just enough to get me in trouble. Oh. Let's see. What do you all hit that like button for us, please? Y'all are talking about a whole bunch of other stuff here. Sad. It's almost like a deposition of a child with these dumb answers. We've got Patty's deposition to go. And it's the longest of all of them. I looked through it. I just kind of drug through it to see how many pages it was, and it went on forever. I didn't even get all the way to the bottom. I could just tell that it was the longest one of all of them. So that's going to be a nightmare to get through, but we are going to read it. I think it's really important. I think these depositions are going to give us more answers to some of the questions that we've been asking. We got a ton of answers out of Jason Echols' deposition. We got answers in what he said, and we also got answers in what he didn't say. So that's very, very fascinating. Steelman. I might be like Letcher's finest and trade some for some good moonshine. Well, they had him a drunk raccoon down in Whitesburg a couple months ago. A raccoon got in the dumpster behind the moonshine place and ate the peaches. They had thrown out the fermented peaches in the dumpster. I bet my mommy wished she had known they were going to do that. She'd went and got them. But so they threw those fermented peaches out in the dumpster. Come to think of it, is that, I don't know. Is that what you should do with fermented peaches? Anyway, So the raccoon got in there and ate him, and he about died. They were doing some. One of the nurses down there was doing chest compressions and CPR on a raccoon. It was the funniest thing ever, ever. We'll show it one of these nights.